Well, hello guys, it's Amanda here, Creative Gardener. Now this is a plant that I wanted to show you. It grows by bulb, and I'll put the details for you to see, its official name. Now I got this as a bulb as I walked along the beach. There's a specific place called the Broadwalk, and there are plants kind of all along the Broadwalk. Anyway, so these grow profusely, and they usually end up, they spread by bulbing. It's a bulb that multiplies basically. But the exciting thing, well, there's several exciting things that for me is about the plant. There's several different varieties, and I happen to have two varieties of it, and I've got this one is the largest one that I have, and then I've got two smaller ones, and then a different variety, but I'll show you that another time. But the exciting thing that I didn't know that happened is, I'll lift this up. Well, no, actually, the immediate exciting thing is the flowers they produce. They produce some beautiful sets of flowers. So there's at least about, I don't know, 30 flowers on that one stem, and the stem usually comes out from the sides. As you can see, this was an old flowering stem. No, this was the oldest one, and that's died, and then it produced this one, and these flowers have died, and that's the latest one that came out. Now, oh, sorry, let me get up. A bit stiff. So this is the latest one that came out, and it does grow kind of weirdly dependent on, I guess it's the sunshine. If we look up, we have a clear view of the sky here in this particular spot. So when the sun does come over, and I guess it depends on the position of the sun at that time, but this one tried to get in a good position. Obviously insects are pollinating, the nectar, and you can see it's usually on these ends here. That's where all the nectar is. So it tries to position itself. But the flowers are so pretty, and I'm not sure whether it does come in other colours, and you can see some ant action going on down in there. But the other thing is it does grow wide, and I'd put it in this position without thinking how wide it was actually going to get. So the others that I'm then now going to plant are going to go up more in the front of the garden, because it's so visual, so pretty, that you want to show it off. But yeah, it's grown really well here. It really likes this position because it's at the bottom of the slope. It gets a lot of water, and gets a lot of water in two directions, from this direction here, and then we're on the slope this way, and so it gets all the water that rushes down here, and it kind of collects here. Usually when it's really rainy, it collects here. So now let's go to the next thing that I got excited about. If you look close to the stem, you'll see some little plantlets peeping out there. So the other day I decided to see whether I could get any with any roots, and one came away with a root, and we can go and see whether it's surviving. It's been a bit dry, so it may not have done. I should have probably put it in a pot first and allowed it to establish itself, and then the other one came up without a root, and I put it in the soil just in case. So I never knew it did that. So you've got the plantlets that come here, and they're not really going to go anywhere. I guess that's how it spreads widthways. that they just grow and push each other out of the way. But the other thing is I'm going to get some more bulbs, because every time it flowered before they would just die off. But look at all of these, they're all, the ones that are swollen are going to develop into a bulb, and that then again is how it would propagate. So these would swell up, it falls there to the ground, and then where they fall they'll germinate there, and then another plant will be produced. I'm not sure whether the birds eat this, or how it would then travel, whether it is literally just by it dropping and then the area then gets not consumed by them, but we have a lot growing. But I'm really pleased. So there's going to be a few that I'll probably put in plants to keep small. I know that one's not necessarily going to grow, that's not bulbous enough, but these ones here, and that's the first time I've seen it do it. And if you look at the one that's flowering, excuse the bucket over there, if you look at the one that's flowering over there, that one too, some of them are becoming bulbous. There is a couple of pests that I've noticed, the snails, they've been doing some damage at the base, and wherever I see them I pick them off. But look at that, that's so cool. So let's go and see the other two smaller ones that we've got going. So here's the other one. I've grown it here. I actually wanted to have them together. So if you look down there, that's where the other one was, and that's where this one is. But I planted it in a similar position, so this one's doing well. I got this bulb from a friend. I think it's the same variety, so I'm looking forward to seeing this spread. I just have to give it a bit more space. And then along here are the two. See, this is the other one. This one had roots on it, this one didn't. But what I did with this is cut off cut off all the leaves bar one, to see if that then helps it grow. Oh yeah, let's see the other one. Come here, come on, in, go on. It's cold. Looking to run off to see his girlfriend again. Anyway, this one just appeared, so this is where it appeared, and so I just decided to leave it. I hadn't put it here, so maybe it had washed down, because we're on another slope here. The slope goes up down here this way, and when the rain falls, the neighbour has got 2 holes in their brick. You might be able to see it there. Yeah, you see it's got 2 holes, and then it's got another set, and that's where the water escapes. But on a really rainy day, there's flooding behind here, and luckily we built this, we put this mound here. But what happens is the water seeps down here, not seeps, it gushes and then goes into the well. So this barrier actually helps slow the speed of the water, but I can also harvest the water. That's why it's good to have these plants here, so they'll benefit, and this one will benefit as well. And I just cut back the Mexican sunflower to give it more space. So that's this particular variety. I'm going to find out the name of the other one, and we'll see that another time. But I'm really pleased to have these.